The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey! Excuse me!
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
No! Damn birds!
Wait! I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now. No way I was going to get between those birds and their feast. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily. There were few things that would scare gangs, and a crowbar was not one of them. I would need to find another solution. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
Bye for now.
Pleasure. How can I help?
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. There was a strange smell, and it was coming from the truck. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck.
How can I be of assistance?
The droid wasn't letting me out of her sight. I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. It was the girl I'd seen earlier.
Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert!
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my deed.
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city.
That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deed, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now excuse me.
What's a deet?
My DEET, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. DEET.
What's the deed for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Tell me about this deed.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deed to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
So are you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deet for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price.
Yeah.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already. I was deeding his ID. Only now, Big Steve has my deed and ipso facto, the ID.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Strange? You mean like that stinky one there?
No. This one had legs.
Not seen anything like that. Maybe you didn't either, crazy guy.
I'm not crazy.
Sure you're not.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deet, that is.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Voxel, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Voxel says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
Who's Voxel?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Voxel, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been... But... where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
See you around.
Call it if you need anything.
The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious haven for
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Show you a custom message.
Looks like good old-fashioned flesh and bone wasn't gonna cut it. I needed something more.
like a pro with a helpful cleaning droid buddy. It'll take all the hard work.
How can I help?
You have to do any.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Machine. Please proceed to the immigration terminal if you would like a free spangle.
Introducing the new Wonderlock 3.0. New only technology.
Excuse me,
Oh, hello, visitor.
what's up with your bollard? Maybe I can help.
You?
Sure.
Hey, listen, Mr. Gaplander. It's totally cute that you want to help. But this mechanism's a teeny bit more advanced than what you're used to.
You'd be surprised. I'm pretty handy with these sorts of things.
Sorry, gotta get back to this bollard. It ain't gonna fix itself.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
How can I be of assistance?
Complete your collection today. Introducing the new
It was a statue of my friend Joey.
New
I
only
couldn't imagine why they would have erected it.
If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker. Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini K's, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackwurst. Can't chase 'em away.
So, your truck is full of... mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
I'll be back.
I'll be here.
Android buddy. It will take on the hard way, so you don't have to. Don't bend. Wendell's Burst. A sausage-like snack.
My crowbar could do plenty of things, but powering a truck was not one of them. There was an empty space where the power cell should have been.
How can I be of assistance? How can I be of assistance?
Excuse me,
Got a problem?
how do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. Soon as you've registered, you can access the Minos devices.
Bye for now.
Pleasure.
I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch! A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required. Authorized citizen ID required.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Minos devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum allotted Spankles allowance. Have a nice day.
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The city wall was constructed using British steel imported, along with workers, from Hull in the United Kingdom. Many of the citizens of Union City can trace their ancestry back to that small and very dedicated group of immigrants. This concludes your requested fact.
Hey, me again.
Hi again.
Thanks, Ember.
Peace.
Grabbit's Independent Traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which. The sign was directing me towards immigration. How's it going, Wendell?
Can't complain. Not like anybody'd listen if I did.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
I saw what I saw. It kidnapped a kid from my village.
You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini-case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts.
Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught.
And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever...
No choice, until they sent someone competent, I mean.
Be seeing you.
Aye.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires. Hey, Amber.
Hi again.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID is so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
Any idea whose body that was out there?
Dunno. Just some guy from the city.
How do you know?
Because I got the citizen's ID from his U-chip. Duh.
I'm looking for a boy named Milo who might have come through here recently.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
See you around.
Peace.
Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. There was an electric fence back there. I wondered if it was live. Ow! I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
board malfunction.
The bridge appeared to still be broken. Excuse me,
Oh, hello, visitor.
can I ask you a few questions?
Love to help you out, but me and my bollard here having a bit of a disagreement. Shouldn't be too long.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles.
How can I help?
Excuse me,
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? I need to find a vehicle.
There are no personal vehicles in Union City.
No, it's one that I followed here from across the desert. It's got 4 giant metal legs.
There are no such vehicles registered with Union City.
Oh yeah? It definitely came this way. Kidnapped a child from my village.
Only Union City citizens can file missing persons reports.
What do you do, 2CU?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. I supervise this area and guide prospective citizens through the registration process.
Well, you're clearly excellent at your job.
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Bye for now.
Was great meeting you.
I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks. My crowbar could do plenty of things, but powering a truck was not one of them.
Koala Puppets is proud to announce Cardinal Frog and Sister Toad. Complete your collection today.
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires. Grabbit's Independent Traders. Hey, Pixel.
Yeah, you remembered my name.
What's wrong with Voxel?
Like, why is he hot?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you... Maybe we can help each other out.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
Now Evonica does the same for your pesky germs with its revolutionary self-protector in cleaning mechanisms. Koala Puppet is proud to announce Cardinal Frog and Sister Toad.
I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, Council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
So what's your deal, Hobsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, was magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels.
Not this one. It walked on the sand. And it was, shaped like a dog.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Authorized citizen ID required.
I'd learn to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
The sausage-like snack you can trust.
The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. What can you trade for some spankles?
Honestly, nothing. I actually have an infinite supply.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Ember,
Hi again.
are you sure you haven't seen a young boy?
Kinda hard to get lost in a crowd here. This place ain't exactly Aspiration Plaza. So no, I haven't seen your kid.
Catch you later.
Bye now.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Push me!
A sand pit. In the desert. The irony sure wasn't lost on me. Hey, kid.
Push me! Push me!
I've got things to do.
Push me!
The sand pit. In the desert. The irony sure wasn't lost on me. The gangs looked mean and ugly. Hey, me again.
Hi again.
Catch you later.
Hey.
The gangs looked mean and ugly. The hologram was already active. The hologram was already active.
How may I help you today?
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir,
Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. Hi.
Hi again.
Thanks.
But
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Koala Couples is proud to announce Cardinal Frog and Sister Toad. Complete your collection today.
One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's deet in its beak. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deet without a fight. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which. Hey, got a moment?
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later.
Oh.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding?
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
See you around.
Call it if you need anything.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster. But you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
Bye.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood.
Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. I reminded myself of the collective noun, a murder of gangs. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks.
Here we go. Right. Hit the bumper.
These were not my best moves.
Wendell's Burst, the sausage
Come on, big fella.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. I didn't want the bird to mistake my hand for its next meal. I was going to have to think of another solution. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.